Hello and good day to all my dear students. In last video, we have started our exercise 5B in which we have completed up to question number 22. These are the word problems based on simultaneous linear equations. Now, we move on to next question 23 which is based on articles and costs. So, question number 23 is a man buys postage stamps of denominations 3 paise and 5 paise for rupees 1. He buys 22 stamps in all. Find the number of 3 paise stamps bought by him. So here we have to find the denominations of 3 paise and number of 3 paise stamps. So whatever you want to find, that you have to suppose first. So here we take let number of 3 paise stamps is equal to x and number of 5 paise stamps is equal to y. We have to suppose both number of 3 paise stamps and number of 5 paise stamps as x and y. Now it is written that the total of both the stamps is 1 rupee, but here you see these are given 3 paise and 5 paise, and if we write on the right side of the equation as 1 rupee, it will not be proper, as on left side and right side both should be paise only. So 1 rupee is to be converted as 100 paise, and left side of the equation 3x means 3 paise, how many stamps? X. So 3 multiply x, and 5 paise y number of stamps, so 5y is equal to 100. 100 means, again I am telling you that it is 1 rupees paisa. So 1 rupee is 100 paisa. Likewise we get our first equation. Now read the question number 23 second line, that he buys 22 stamps in all, means total number of stamps are 22, but what we have supposed as 3 paise stamps x and 5 paise stamps y. So the total stamps means x plus y is equal to 22. This is our equation number 2. Now we want 3 paise stamps. So we have to solve these two equations by simultaneous linear equations, or you can say the elimination method. For that, the equation number 2 is multiplied by 3 here, and then put first equation and second equation by vertically like terms under the like terms, and then taken subtraction. So that x variable 3x plus and minus get cancelled, and 5y minus 3y is 2y is equal to 100 minus 66, that is 34. So here we found our y value as 34 divided by 2. So now y is 34 divided by 2, that is 17. So they asked to get number of 3 paisa stamps, and that is our x value. So once you get y value, you can find it by substituting this y value in any of the equation. Here I substitute this value in equation number 2. So by substituting in 2, the equation number 2 is x plus y is equal to 22, and our y value is 17. So x plus 17 is equal to 22. X value we found by 22 minus 17. So here we get x is equal to 5. This is the 3 paise number of stamps. So they asked the question, find the number of 3 paise stamps, and we have supposed them as x. So here we found 5 3 paise stamps will be there. So here we completed our question number 23. Now let us see next question. Our next question is 24 number. There were 2,500 persons who bought tickets to see a village fair. So the total number of persons are 2,500. The adults paid 75 paise each for their admission tickets, but the children paid 25 paise each. If the total receipts amounted to rupees 1,503, using an equation method, find how many children saw the fair. So first of all, let the number of adults is equal to x and number of children is equal to y. Here you want to find number of children. So we take x as number of adults and number of children as y. Now it is written in the first line only that total persons they have seen they are going for village fair is 2500. So total means number of adults plus number of children, that is x plus y is equal to 2500. This is our equation number 1. Now read further the second line. The adults paid 75 paise and the children paid 25 paise and the total receipt amount is 1503. Means the charges of tickets for adult is 75 paise and charges for children for the one person like one child 25 paise, but the total amount received by the fair person is 1503. So on the right side it is rupees, so we have to convert this 75 paise and 25 paise into rupees. For that 75 divided by 100 we get 0.75 and 25 divided by 100 we get 0.25. So don't misunderstand students that from where this 0.75 and 0.25 come. It has come by converting our paise into rupees. Now the x means number of adults, they are paying 75 paise, so 0.75x plus number of children are y and each child is paying 25 paise, so 0.25y is equal to 1503. That is our equation number 2. So now you see all of you that now to solve these two equations we will multiply our first equation by 0.25. So that I have written 0.25x plus 0.25y is equal to 625. So now the second equation is as it is. We put first equation and second equation underneath of each other, like terms under the like terms, and then taken subtraction. So here 0.25y, 0.25y, that y variable get cancelled and subtraction. So we get minus 0.50x on the left side is equal to minus 878 on the right side. So by this calculation we will find x value. Now dividing this 0.50, so x is equal to 878 upon 0.50. Now you can see as I have converted this 0.50 into fraction and so taken 100 upside and 52s are 100, so x value we found is 1756. Now they want value of children, means how many children have seen the fair. So they the number of children we have taken as y, so we need to get our y value by substituting this x value in any of the equation. So I substitute this value x in equation number 1. The equation number 1 is x plus y is equal to 2500. So y is equal to 2500 minus 1756. So y value we found is 744. So what is our y is what we have supposed, that is the number of children. So here we found number of children 744. So likewise students, you have to read the question very properly and nicely, and you have to think that what you have to suppose first and then how to make two equations, then by using how you get the values of the required question. Now we move on to next question, question number 25. Now question number 25 onwards there are geometrical problems, means they are based on geometry. Now first 25 number in this is, in a triangle the sum of two angles is equal to the third. If the difference between them is 50 degree, determine the angles. So in this case, first let three angles of a triangle be x, y and z. We have to suppose three angles of a triangle. So I have supposed here x, y, z. Now the first condition in the question, it is written that sum of two angles, like here two angles x plus y, is equal to the third angle, so is equal to z. So this is our first equation. Then second condition is given if the difference between them is 50 degree. So difference between them means the first and second angle difference, that is x minus y, is equal to 50 degree, which I have noted as our second equation. Now these two equations, if you solve, you will not get anything. Why? Because in the first equation right side there is z variable. So we have to use one more our property here, that is angle sum property for our triangle. We all know the angle sum property for triangles is sum of all the three angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. So I have used it here. X plus y plus z is equal to 180 degree. X, y, z are the three angles of a triangle. So I have written here z. Why I am writing z? Because I want z value from this equation. Then I will use it further. So z equal to 180 minus that x plus y whole we will take on the right side. So I have written it in the bracket, and that is my equation number 3. So here students, you have to just check your first equation. First equation on the right side it is z written, and in the third equation also we get the value of z. So next step, you have to think that what can we do here to get our values, next values. I have now written comparing 1 and 3. As I told you that in the equation number 1 right side is z, and equation number 3 also the value of z. So now we will compare equation number 1 and 3. And by comparing equation 1 and 3, I get x plus y is equal to 180 minus x plus y. Now that right side of minus x plus y we are taking on left side, so it become plus x plus y is equal to 180. So left side I get 2x plus 2y is equal to 180. 2 we take common from x plus y. So we get our new equation as x plus y is equal to 180 divided by 2, and 180 divided by 2 is 90. So here we found our x plus y is equal to 90, equation number 4. Now students, we have here 1, 2, 3, this is our equation number 4. So you have to think that what can we do now? Now equation number 2 you check, and 4. Our equation number 2 is x minus y is equal to 50 degree, and equation number 4 is x plus y is equal to 90 degree. So we can eliminate our variable y by taking addition of equation number 2 and 4. So that I have done here. X minus y, equation number 2, this is equal to 50, and equation number 4 x plus y is equal to 90. Here eliminate our variable y as plus minus, and adding x and x we get 2x is equal to 90 plus 50 is 140. So here students, we get our x value as 140 divided by 2, that is 70 degree. Now x value we found here, x is equal to 70 degree. Now we can substitute this value in equation number 2 to get our y value, or you can say another angle of a triangle. So by substituting this value in our equation number 2, that is x minus y is equal to 50 degree, we will substitute x value 70 in this equation. So you can see now students, our value 70 is kept in this equation 2. So 70 minus y is equal to 50 degree. So y we found as 70 minus 50 degree, that is 20 degree. So here we found our two angles of a triangle. First is 70 degree x value and second is 20 degree. Now we need to find the third angle of a triangle. So now by equation 1, first equation is z is equal to x plus y, in which we are substituting our x value 70 degree and y value 20 degree. So by adding these two, we get our z value, that is 90 degree. So here in this question we have supposed three angles of a triangle as x, y, z, and by forming different relations of an angles, we have found x, y and z values. They are the three angles of our triangle. Now let us see our next question. Our next question is question number 26. In a parallelogram, one angle is 2/5 of the adjacent angles. Determine the angles of this parallelogram. Now students, to solve this question, first of all let me remember you the properties of our parallelogram. Parallelogram means opposite sides are parallel and equal. Here it is written one angle and its adjacent angle. Now always angle and its adjacent angles make supplementary angles in a parallelogram. So here also parallelogram, first let adjacent angle be x and one angle, that is 2/5 of the adjacent angle, so that will be 2/5 of x. So here first of all adjacent angle be x and one angle is equal to 2/5 of x. But in the next step you have to think that by which relation we make the equation. So equation we want by the property which I just told you, that angle and the adjacent to it angle makes supplementary angles, means the sum of them is 180 degree. So x plus 2 by 5x is equal to 180 degree. To solve this equation, we will take LCM all over. So I have written underneath of x 5 there, underneath of 5 1 and 180 upon 5. So now I multiply it and make a linear equation as 5x plus 2x is equal to 900. 5 plus 2 becomes 7x is equal to 900. So x value we found by dividing 7 to 900, that is 900 divided by 7. So x value is equal to 900 upon 7 degree. But they asked to find all the angles of a parallelogram. So this is our one angle, or you can say the adjacent angle. So for one angle what we have supposed as 2/5 of x. So we will substitute our value of x to get the one angle. So by substituting value of x in 2 by 5x, you can see 2x by 5 is equal to 2 by 5 into our x value, that is 900 by 7. So by cancellation 5 180s are 900. So 180 multiply 2, that is 360 by 7. So you see now in the parallelogram opposite angles are also equal. So here we found one angle and the angle adjacent to it, means their opposite angles are also equal. So two angles we found, so we can write all four angles as 900 upon 7, 360 upon 7, and the other two are also the same as opposite to it. So this way we have found here all the four angles of parallelogram. Now we'll see our question number 27. If the length and the breadth of the room are increased by 1 meter, the area is increased by 21 square meters. So first I read up to here only and explain you. Students, in this question you have to remember what is the area of your rectangle. First of all, let L and B be the length and breadth of a room. So here room they have not specified any shape, but you have to think that room means it will be a rectangular shape. Okay. Now here A is equal to length into breadth, that is the area. I have written here normal area is equal to L into B, as we have chosen length and breadth L and B. but L1 and B1 are the new length and breadth. Why? Because it is increased by 1 meter. So L plus 1 and B plus 1, the new increased length and breadth. Now it is also written that the area is increased by 21 meter. So the new area A1 is equal to the old area plus 21, means the new area is increased by 21. But our A1 is what? L1 B1 is equal to A is LB plus 21. It means students, you have to think this A1 is the increased one, our dimensions, and A means the original dimensions we have chosen as L and B. So in this way we will substitute in this equation our values and get the next equation. But read further that if the length is increased by 1 and the breadth is decreased by 1 meter, the area is decreased by 5 square meter. Means in the second condition we have another two length and breadths, that is L2 is equal to L plus 1 is increased by 1 meter, and breadth B2 is equal to B minus 1, that is decreased by 1 meter. So now they said that the area is also decreased by 5 square meters. By the condition we will write our equation by, now you see that I have substituted this L plus 1 and B plus 1 in that equation, where L1 B1 is equal to, I have written that LB is plus 21. So L1 B1 is L plus 1 and B plus 1 substituted is equal to LB plus 21. Now from in the left side binomials multiplication, so LB plus L plus B plus 1 is equal to LB plus 21. LB both the side get cancelled. So L plus B is equal to 21 minus 1. L plus B is equal to 20. Now we reach to our equation number 1. Now using this you can find L and B values. Similarly, the second equation also we find now using our second relation, that is the area is decreased by 5. So now that another relation is A2 is equal to A minus 5. So L2 B2, A2 means what? L2 B2, and A means the original L into B minus 5. Now what is our L2 value? L plus 1, it is increased by 1, and our B2 value is B minus 1, means decreased by 1, is equal to LB minus 5. So as we have expanded our first equation, similarly here also we will take binomials multiplication on left hand side. So here by opening the brackets, binomials multiplication, LB plus B minus L minus 1 is equal to LB minus 5. Now from both the sides LB get cancelled. So B minus L is equal to minus 5 plus 1. So B minus L is equal to minus 4. This is our equation number 2. Now students, I have not given you the perfect answer, means L and B, the length and breadth of the room. You have to find by yourself by eliminate any of the term or any of the variable of equation 1 and 2. You have to find by yourself.